Hi, I'm Little Art Demon and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to continue our October series, our Halloween themed series. If you haven't watched the previous two videos, I'll link them on top and on the description too. But basically on every video of October, besides the last one, I'll be drawing 3 very common Halloween characters as heroes, like from a game or a movie. And one of them will be an intelligence-based hero, another one will be an agility-based hero, and another one will be a strength-based hero. And for this video we are going to draw Grim Reaper, a demon, and a zombie. So let's just get started. As usual, I start by writing their names and their bases for heroes. As you can see, I was going to be drawing the Grim Reaper for intelligence because I think it's a creature that's related to death and spirits, so it would probably have some magic abilities. But then I decided to switch it with demon because a Grim Reaper usually has a weapon, and a demon doesn't necessarily have one, but they usually have some magic, so I switched those up. As you can see, I just drew a simple face for Grim Reaper. I added some details on the skin, like it's not a human skin, it has some lines going across it, I guess. And then I just drew a hood and this simple dress, I guess. In the demon, I started with a simple face with pointy ears and a horn because I just drew it on one side, but it's supposed to have both, and really dark black eyes. Then, as you can see, I sketched the body, and I imagined the demon to have those extra bands on his legs, those animal legs, I think. So I sketched on the side. I started to sketch some claws on the feet, but then I just went with hooves. And then, of course, some demon wings, because I think that's a nice detail for demons. And then I added this hole in the middle of their chest. For the zombie, I just sketched a simple face, a person's face, and then a zombie face because I imagine it's like this person that is just a human being but has control over this big, strong zombie. So as you can see, I drew like a chain coming from the zombie's neck. That's one way that they have to control the zombie. And then I just sketched the zombie's body. Okay, so I think the concepts are done. I think I can move to the digital one. I switched these two. I made the Demon Intelligence base and the Grim Reaper Agility base just because these 3 bases are from a game that I play on my phone. It's AFK Arena. This is obviously not sponsored, but I really like that game, and they have these 3 classes of heroes. And the Intelligence base, they cause magic damage, and the agility base and the strength base called physical damage. So I thought that it would be more appropriate for a demon to have the magic powers, and the Grim Reaper has this cool weapon and can move really fast. So I switched those up and I'm happy with that decision. And then the zombie is the strength because it's just a really big, really beefy zombie, and it's controlled by someone that I haven't figured out to design, but it will just be a person. I'll figure that out digitally. But I think I'm done sketching, so let's move on. Let's go. Okay, so we're starting with the demon because I wanted to start with the intelligence-based hero. And as you can see, I'm just sketching the simple pose. It's very simple, very symmetric. It will be more symmetric when I'm done. As you can see, they are facing forwards. They have their wings a little bit to the front, just so it will fit the page. And they are just standing there. As you can see, I struggled a little bit with the arms and the hands because I didn't know what to do with them, but in the end I just put them on the side, both very symmetric, and they will be holding on to some fire. Then I sketched him some face details like the ears and the horns, and I started to refine the sketch. As you can see, I still added that hole on their chest, but I ended up not using it in the final version. Then I started with the face, just a simple face. I didn't give them hair, I just give them these horns and really cute eyes with eyelashes, these big ears, and just a cute smile. The body was really fun to draw. I really like how the legs turned out, and the hands turned out fine, I guess. I struggle a lot with drawing hands. I think that's a common thing that people struggle with, because hands are hard to draw, but I think they are turning out great. Then I decided to add some clothing because I didn't want to have a naked demon on Instagram or on YouTube especially. So I added this cloth that is a little bit burnt. I added one on the lower part of his body and one on his chest. Then I decided to add that burnt effect to their wings too, just because I think that would happen if they are messing with fire, you know, their wings would probably be a little bit burnt, but he can still fly. After the line art is done, I just start blocking the colors as usual, and for the demon I went with the red color palette. I don't think that's a very creative choice, but it's what I think would look good, so that's what I went with. I added these darker spots on their hands and legs and also on their ears, and then I added some stripes all over its body. I didn't want to add that middle thing, that hole on their chest, so I decided to go with the stripes. Then I just added some gradient to their wings just so they didn't look as flat. After I was done coloring, I decided to add the fire on their hands, and I think it looks amazing. I'm actually really proud of how it turned out. Now we are going to start with the Grim Reaper, and I decided to make them a little bit more feminine. Even though Grim Reaper doesn't necessarily have a gender, I decided to make them a little bit more female. So the top part of their dress, it's very flowy and it has a hood, and then the lower part is just very skinny and there's a slit on one side so that you can see their legs. I think the face turned out really cute and simple. I gave them high heels too because I think it would look really powerful and cool. So I just gave them these simple shoes that have high heels. The hands are really simple. I struggled a little bit with the second one, but I think they ended up looking decent at least. Then I ended up putting the weapon behind her head and behind her arm because I didn't want it to hide the hand that I was drawing because it was a little bit of work. So I just put it in that position. I think it fits well with the frame because otherwise it would probably be a little bit off frame. I think it looks nice this way. Then as usual I just start blocking the colors. And for this one I ended up going with a purple color scheme. Which didn't have a lot of contrast because the shading was purple too, but I added some green details on her eyes. I decided to add these stripes all over their face and body just to make them feel not human. I think it looks cool. Then I was going to add some stripes to the blade, but I think they were looking a little bit weird, so I just added this texture on the edge, and I think I ended up changing it a little bit later. And I also added some details on her belt because I think it was looking a little bit flat. I also tried to add some wood textures on the handle of their weapon just because I think it would look nice, even though it isn't necessarily wood. After everything was colored, I just added the purple layer and started shading. Now we are going to draw the zombie and his leader, I guess. So I just drew these two silhouettes. One of them is the zombie, it's the bigger one, and the other one is the one that is controlling the zombie. As you can see, I drew the person very small compared to the zombie just because they are controlling the zombie. They don't need to be strong. They have a beefy zombie. I don't know their story. I don't know how they found this one. Maybe they knew each other while they were both human, and then they could control the zombie once they were a zombie. I don't know. You can tell me what you think in the comments. But anyway, I just gave the zombie some shorts because I didn't want to draw a naked zombie. And then I gave a cute outfit with just some jeans and a leather jacket. Then I started to draw the face, and the faces were a little bit hard to draw on this one. I don't know why. In the end, they ended up looking cute, but they were a lot of work. I changed the hair a lot of times too, but in the end it looked really nice. As you can see, I decided to go with some braids for their hair, and I think that was a nice touch. I think they look really cool. I don't think the zombie's face is the best, but it's what we have, and as you can see, I just drew a part of his brain exposed. I also made some of his ribcage exposed and also some intestines, but I don't know anything about anatomy, so that I don't know if they are on the right place. I think they are a little bit accurate, but I'm not sure, so don't trust me on that. And if they aren't accurate, it's a zombie, so it doesn't need to be. Let's agree with that. And yes, even though he's a zombie, he still has really nice shoes with really cute bows. As you can see, I started to draw some chains going from the zombie to their hand, but I wasn't really liking it. The chains weren't looking good, but in the end I decided to give them an electric collar, and she has this control that she can control them. I don't know how it would work, but that's what I ended up doing. Then I just started blocking the colors as usual, and for this one there are two different color palettes because there is a zombie and a human, so the human has a bluer color palette and the zombie has a green color palette. As you can see, I didn't make the zombie fully transformed. I think he still has a little bit of humanity. So I gave him these whiter spots that are basically his original skin color, and he's just transforming into a zombie. I also gave him some blood splatters because he's a zombie and I don't know what he's been up to. Probably not the best stuff, but that's what he is. Then I just added the shading and we are done. I would like to thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe so that you don't miss the last Halloween video and my Drawtober video. You can leave in the comments what you think will be the next 3 years and last for this year at least, that I'll be drawing on the next video. And you can leave a like if you like this video. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!